Welcome to video number 6, my friends. Today we'll talk about model number 1 intricacies, meaning what is high probable model number 1. Especially this thing, model 1, is happening in candle 2. Now when you know how to trade candle 2, now I will give you an entry model, right? But an actual one and how to use this. First, starting with what was candle 2, you don't engage in candle 1, topping the key level or leaving above it. You wait for a new opening to be open low, you enter below a low, inside a key level, inside a kill zone with open low candle. If this candle was open high, we don't trade it, we wait for top with open low candle. Important thing to note. Now, when this happens in a Q zone, then we start looking for model 1. Now let's take a look how to make it and use it as a high probability entry model. Making our famous key level right there, our what? Bull candle, of course. Now this, let's move it back, currently like this. Okay, this is the higher time frame candle which you want to trade. Let's make another one which, let's say, was like this, not engaging with the key level, giving some rough example for you to look at. This is a higher time frame. Now your stuff is to trade this candle, not the first one. You don't trade the end of a candle, let's say it like this. You don't trade this, you wait for a new opening to enter below the opening price in a Q zone again, to stay inside the wick of the higher time frame to enjoy this full body expansion. This is a big ass expansion in some cases. Now starting with model number 1, drawing the first candle right there, candle 1, engaging, going next to the key level, not topping it, and closing a bearish candle. First, I'm repeating stuff. We don't trade at the end of the candle. Does not matter that we tap the key level. We don't enter there. We wait for a new opening to come, new window to open. Then we can start looking for any trades, because we have a key level, we have liquidity pool, we need a soup in a key time. Now how will it happen? When this candle comes to an open, this bullish candle, the thing that we have to look for is mark our Q zones, let's say, our Q zones. Then we skip Asia, we skip 12 to 2 a.m. So we start looking to trade after 2 a.m. After 2 a.m. Repeating it for, I don't know, second time. This thing can engage with the key level, can engage with the liquidity pool, meaning it can happen like this, engage with that. Now when this window comes to an end and at 2 a.m. comes, now the high probability window is coming, which is a London open Q zone. Now if you make a thick candle liquidating this before the Q zone, you don't trade that, because this is a potentially lower time frame liquidity pool to sponsor the move, which meaning higher time frame range soup into lower time frame range soup in a Q zone with a potential correct candle open low high close. Now when this window comes to opening, you wait for another dump below this candle with a thick high volume candle down, meaning high volume candle, meaning you close a body, below the low. Or if it's not a body like this below this exact low, which is the previous day low, you at least have to see if the candle is like this and closes bullish like this, if you don't have a thick candle. This is a soup on the lower time frame. Potentially we have a thick candle being souped and flipped. If you don't have it, you wait for this to happen, and when this happens, you don't trade this. You potentially wait for this to be closed above, meaning like this. You don't trade this, you don't trade it, you trade after the close, and this is how you get your model number one. Inside a Q zone, below higher time frame range, and below lower time frame range. Soup in a key time, close above, you can potentially wait for tap and enjoy, or enter at the close above of this candle. Now if you close right there, meaning you will make 2 hour, better wait for this to at least cut 3, so you can wait for tap and then enjoy the ride. This is how a model number one forms. Now to make it higher probability, if you have watched my old video about high probability order block, the key range, it's this one. It's the order block being stopped out to, meaning the candle that stops being souped and closed above. This is how a swing point is forming. Now this does not mean it can't look like a three candle model. This is the a butterfly effect or something like that, which Romo again mentioned. It can happen like this, of course. It can happen even with one candle. It does not matter if it's swept and closed above. Then after that you can start looking for entries and enjoy the ride. Now you know everything about model number one. If we flip it, this is how it should look like again for short. You engage with, this is a key level. You engage with a key level, wait for a new day to open. In this case, this is a daily candle. You don't trade until 2. You wait for 2 to come to an opening. Then you wait for a dig again, to dig deep into an old liquidity pool, into a key level. You're already inside of it. And then soup close below. This is your model number one. Potentially, I would suggest you to use mainly the 15 minutes time frame, because it's not as low as 5 minutes. It have its own pace and it's really good for model number ones. You can even use the 30 minutes, because on this can be on 15, let's say, but on the 30 minutes it can look like this. And this is a 30-minute model number one, even higher than 15 minutes, and this is even higher probability because it's higher than 15 minutes. 30 minutes is higher than this, right? So this will confirm even the lower time frame. And this is how you get your model number one. This is how it should look like. Of course, now in some cases you can make this and have an SMT close below, meaning it's confirmed. Now if you don't have SMT, this potentially will be targeted again in another high probability liquidity hunt time, meaning liquidity injection, meaning 9:30 a.m., which is the New York Stock Exchange opening. And potentially, if you add to your list this to happen around 3 to 4:30 a.m., you will add even more like confluences for yourself, because after this ends, the 1 a.m. candle is coming to an end, and you don't trade end of old candles. You wait for the new ones, 5 a.m. right? Some source for you to dig about. And yeah, this is everything about model number one, Intricacies. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now you have a high probability entry model. Now go back to your charts, see how this happens on every swing point, on every time frame when a swing point is about to form. And subscribe, drop a like, and you can even share the video, why not? You can tag me on X if you're watching this, and enjoy. Let's go, guys.